Welcome to another review here on Raven Does Music, where today I'm taking a request to take a look at the new album from Go for Gold called Stranger. I know nothing about this band, aside from the fact that they are from Conway, Arizona, and brand themselves to be what you go to if you want to hear something you have already heard before. Whether that be a joke or an actual selling point for the album, I took the phrase to heart for this listening and found it to be an accurate statement. Is that good or bad? Well, let's find out. The songs here definitely feel both familiar in the pop-punk genre and also the sense that they are what's been done before. But at face value, that doesn't mean they're inherently terrible. There's solid musicianship behind the songs here, like 10 Till 2, which opens up and keeps momentum going as the longest track on the EP here. The formulas used here are tried and true and aren't anything new by any standard, but for a band in their own small scene, it accomplishes what a lot of groups tend to ignore: appeal and catchiness. Each of these 4 songs feels different to the other, while not seeming like too much of a stretch. They all retain the near-chugging guitars and erratic drum patterns. They all have the same droning voice and stereotypes the genre is known for, better or for worse. And they all have their own special thing about them. The vocals on Pretend are my favorite on the entire release, and if I were in Conway, it'd be the song I'd yell at them from the crowd to finish their set off with. It has all the right chemicals and ingredients for a great pop-punk song. Something a lot of locals try to do is mix in a softer, slower-paced song for the hell of it, but listening through here, there really isn't one of them, and that's a solid drive from start to finish, which I have to admire them for, I should say. What I noticed myself realizing a bunch while I was listening to this album was they really do keep their label by heart. It's stuff that you've heard before. I gotta scratch my leg, hold on. Stuff that you've heard before, but at the same time, they're taking that and capitalizing on it instead of trying to be this new, different thing that everybody tries to be when they get their band out. It's the type of thing that bands like Knucklepuck and Real Friends tried to do. And while they both succeeded, there are a lot of bands that tried the same formula and just haven't gotten the same hitch and the same ride as those 2 bands have. I honestly don't have too much to say about this album. Like I said, they do that pretty well. They keep the whole, hey, you've already heard this, so here's more of this thing going and together. So with that said, I'll be giving this EP I should say, a 3 out of 5, and I'll leave a link down below to their Spotify. Like I said, I just don't really have much to say about this group. They do what their label is. They get things across very well. And, yeah, there's just nothing really new here. But we'll be looking forward to what they can do in the future to see if they keep this trend going and maybe try to take some elements from other bands in the scene, both in the bigger leagues of pop-punk, and who knows, maybe they'll come out with something that they can proclaim as their own type of flavor. But for now, like I said, they stay true to their label. It's nothing really new that I've heard before. And yeah, with a 3 out of 5, link down below into their Spotify in the description. The recommended section should be doing the usual everything is the same or everything's not the same algorithm type deal. And don't forget to like, subscribe, unsubscribe, and dislike. See you in the next video.